Hello and welcome everyone to the Sky Coding. So this will be the part 2 video of Snowflake data loading. As we have covered one video earlier where I have discussed all about the internal and external stages in the brief. Okay, where I have discussed about the user stage, table stage, named stage, and we have discussed in brief about user stage, that how can we create a user stage, table stage, and the name stage. Okay, so let me summarize all those things fastly, and after that we will do all these practicals in this video. Okay, so this video will be basically related to the stages and internal stages, and we will do all those practicals in this video. This video will be basically full practical video where we will load the data into user, table, named stage, and after that we will use the copy command to load the data from stages to the tables. Okay, so this is basically a practical video. Okay, and after that we will discuss about the external stages loading. Okay, we will discuss those things in some next video, because external stages loading, for external stages we need a AWS S3 cloud account. Okay, so we will discuss those things in some other video. In this video we will discuss the loading from the internal stages. Okay, so let's get started without wasting any time. Okay, so this is the stage. Okay, so let me summarize first. Okay, so stage is basically a virtual storage space which is provided by the Snowflake to every user. Okay, this is a stage. Okay, you can see this definition, and if you want the brief description of these in the theoretical way, then you can visit through the description box and you can watch my part 1 video. Then you will better understand about Snowflake stages, internal and external. Okay, this is a practical video, so we will not discuss all those things in brief in this video, because we have covered all those things in earlier video. Okay, so we have 3 types of internal stages: user, table and name. Okay, user stage is automatically created when user will create an account. It is by default automatically created for every user. Okay, and the table stage will be automatically created when you create a table. Okay, it is a user stage will have the same name according to your table. Okay, it is by default automatically created when you create the table metadata. Okay, and the named stage, it is a manually table. We can create any table by any name. This is a named stage. Okay, and user stage and table stage cannot be dropped or cannot be altered, but named stage can be dropped, altered, or whatever you want you can do. For user stage we use this symbol at the rate and this sign. For table stage we use at the rate percentage sign, and for the named stage, accessing of named stage, we will use simply at the red symbol. Okay, so these are some of the things which is written here. If you want you can read this. Okay, if you want the brief description of these stages, you can watch my previous video. Okay, so in this video we will load the data. First of all, we will load the data from local machine by using the put command to the user stage, table stage and the named stage, and after that we will use the copy command to load the data from these stages to the Snowflake specific tables. Okay, so first of all, let me show you the data file which we will use in this video. Okay, so basically we have this data file which is having 10-12 columns. These is customer, salutation, first name, last name, gender and all these things. These are some of the columns, 10-12 columns, which we will use this file only in this video. Okay, and it is having 100 columns. Okay, it is showing here 101 because there is a first row column. It is having only column names. Okay, so that's why it is showing 101. Okay, basically it has only 100 records, and we will do the skip header equals to 1 in the file format. Then it will skip the column names, because otherwise if we will not give skip header equals to 1, then it will take these column names as their data. So that's why we will do skip header equals to 1 in the file format. Okay, so this is a file which we will load in this video to load the data, and this is a file which is having 100 records. Okay, so we want to load this data into the Snowflake. Then how can we do that? You will better understand in this video when you will watch this video. Okay, so we will do the loading of this data into the Snowflake table. Okay, so first of all, let me create the table with having these columns. Okay, these columns, like this is customer, salutation, first name, last name, gender. Okay, so let me first create the table in my Snowflake, and after that we will load this data by using the stages. Okay, so first of all, let me create the table. Okay, okay guys, so you can see my table creation, table metadata is now ready, and the table name is customer score csv, and we have given these columns which is having here only. Okay, you have to give these same column names which are in your .csv file. This is my .csv file, and I want to load the data of this file, data file .csv file, into our Snowflake table. So these columns should be matched. If these columns is not matching, then that's a complex thing. We will discuss column mismatch loading in the next video, then you will better understand those things. But if you are a beginner, then you have to make sure that these column names must be same in this data file and in that Snowflake table which you are creating. Okay, so let me first of all create the table. This is a simple table, create or replace table, and we are just creating a simple table, normal permanent table. We are not creating a transient or temporary table. Okay, this is a normal table. Okay, and this is a simple code which you have if you have learned that SQL, then you will better understand this. Okay, so let me first of all create the table. This is a table. This is basically the simple code for creating the table. Okay, so let me execute this code. Let me first of all select this, and after that you have to run, and you can use the control press enter for running the code as well. Okay, so you can see table customer csv underscore successfully created. Okay, so let me just refresh this schema, then you will understand. Okay, so this is a customer underscore csv table, and you can see it is created on, you can see the time 612023 and time is 6:46. Okay, so you can see time is 6:47 in my system as well. Okay, so you can see the table is now created, and now it is having no any data. Okay, so let me just verify that. Okay, so we will just select asterisk from customer underscore csv. Okay, this is my table name. Let me execute this. Okay, so now you can see that it is having 0 rows, and this is you can see this is customer pk salutation, first name last name. This is having same column which is I have in the Snowflake and which is I am having here in the .csv customer underscore one .csv file. Okay, so my table is ready. Now we are ready to load the data from stages to the stable location from the local machine. Okay, so before moving to the loading, let me just tell you some of the commands. We will use put command for loading the data, for uploading the data from the local machine to the stages, and from stages we will use the copy command to load the data to the tables as well. Okay, so let me just give you some of the description about the put command and copy command. Okay, so this is a put command for uploading the data files from a local machine to the stages. Whether we are doing uploading to the user stage, table stage, or the named stage, we will just use the put command. Okay, and put does not support uploading to the external stage. Okay, we can't upload the file to the external stages by using a put command, because external stages is that Amazon S3 and Microsoft Azure. Okay, so we can't use put command for uploading the files to the external stages. Okay, and this is basically the syntax for creating a put file. We will give the put file, and this is the path name where your file is existing, and this is the stage name. Okay, and this is a parallel for fast processing, fast uploading the data. Okay, this is the different thing we will discuss this thing. Okay, and for the copy command, the files must be in the stage, because we will load, we can use the copy command into the stage. From stage we will load the data to the specific tables. Okay, so the files must be in the stage location. Okay, for the copy command we have to give copy into and the table name, and from from where I want to load the data into my table. Okay, so here you have to give the stage name. Okay, whether that is a user stage, named stage, or the table stage. Okay, so this is all about these two commands. We will use basically these two commands only. They are a put command and copy command, and there is one more command, get command. Okay, we will discuss that in the data unloading, because get command we use to unload the data from the stages to the local machine. Okay, we will discuss that command in the unloading part. Okay, so we will need only these two commands, put and copy commands. Okay, and if you want to read these things, then you can pause the video and you can read this, what is the table stage and all this, if you haven't watched my previous video, because all these things I have discussed in the previous videos in the theoretical part. Okay, we have discussed all those things in brief. Okay, so now my table is also ready. You can see this is my customer underscore csv. This is table is now ready, and this is my file customer.csv file, and I want to load this data into my this table. Okay, so basically for loading we have two methods. Okay, we will see first method from the query part. We will discuss this. Okay, first, after that we will discuss the UI part. Okay, that's a different thing. We will discuss that later on. First of all, let's let's upload this data file to the stage. Okay, so for uploading this data file we will use the put command, as I have told you earlier. Okay, so this is okay. So let me write the comment, then you will better understand. Okay, so let me write uploading data file to first of all, let me upload the data file to the user stage. Okay, so we will discuss all those things one by one. First we will upload this file to the user stage and load this file to the use from the user stage to the table. After that we will upload this file to the table stage, and after that we will upload this file to the named stage. Okay, by this way all the stages will be clear in the practical way. Uploading data file to the user stage. Okay, so for that we will use put file, and after that you have to give the colon and 2 forward slash. After that you have to give the path that where your file is existing. Okay, so let me do these things in practical way. Okay, so for using the put command, you have to be configure your Snowflake should be configured with the snowsql command line interface. Okay, this one. Okay, this is a command line interface. Okay, if you haven't done these things, then you can watch my previous video. There is a link in the description. You can watch that video and you can understand that how can we configure the Snowflake with the snowsql command line interface. Okay, because you can't work with the internal stages without having the snowsql. Okay, so we can't use put file command in this web UI. We have to install this snowsql for internal stage for using the put command. Okay, so if you haven't done this, you can watch that video. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, so let me upload this file. Okay, for that you have to just give put file, and after that colon, and after that 2 forward slashes, and after that you have to give the path that where your path, where is your file is existing, which you want to load, which you want to upload to the stage. Okay, so let me show you the path of the file. Okay, so this is my file customer_1, and I want to upload this file. This is my local machine. Okay, you can see this is my videos folder, and this is my sky files, and you can see this is there is a file format. Okay, this is a multiple table, and in the multiple table folder we are having this customer_1 file. Okay, and I want to upload this file to the user stage. Okay, we are first talking about the user stage. Okay, so let me copy the path. After that you have to just copy the path. After copying the path you have to simply paste it here, and after that give this backslash, and after that you have to just give the name of this file. My name is customer_1. Okay, so let me give that customer_1 here as well. Okay, so we will type the file name customer_1, and after that you have to simply type the extension also. This is my CSV file, so that's why I have to give the extension customer_1. Okay, so this is my this syntax is now ready, and now I am putting this file into where I want to put. I want to put this file into the user stage. Okay, so for user stage we use @ and this symbol, and after that this is the syntax for user stage. Okay, and suppose that let me create one folder. Okay, in the user stage you can give this /, and let me give the stage. Okay, this is a stage. I am putting this customer_1 file in this, and in the user stage and in the staged location. Okay, so this is basically the syntax for uploading the file to the stage. Okay, we will give put file, and after that you have to copy the path where your file is existing in your local Windows machine. After that you have to give that where in which stage you want to upload this file. Okay, so I want to upload this file in the user stage, and after that I am creating a folder by giving the /@ stage. Okay, so my file will load in this user stage. Okay, so let me now execute this. Okay, so you have to simply put the enter, and now it will upload the file to the user stage. Okay, so now you can see my file is now uploaded. Okay, so now let me just increase the font, then you will better understand this. Okay, so you can see this is target customer_1.csv.gz. It is a zipped file. Okay, and it is having some size, and you can see the status is showing uploaded. Okay, and it is uploaded in the gz format, in the zipped format. Okay, and if you want that this file is automatically this file will be uploaded without having any changes, without any compression, then you can give the command here. You can give the command here auto compress equals to false. Then this file will not be compressed, and it will be uploaded in the same same file. Okay, it will be uploaded in the same size. Okay, it will not be compressed. Okay, because we have given auto compress equals to false. Okay, so these are some of the properties of put command. Okay, you can, if you don't want to auto compress, then you can give auto compress equals to false. And if you want, if your this customer underscore csv file is having a 10 million 100 million record, then suppose that this file is of 1 GB, then if you will not give auto compress, then it will take a lot of time. Okay, then you can give the parallel 10, then you can give the parallel equals to 10. Okay, parallel 10. Okay, parallel 10, then it this if you will give this parallel 10, then it will upload the file in the high speed. Okay, without having any error, and it will do the parallel processing. Parallel, you can give parallel equals to 10, 20, 30, and whatever you want you can give. Okay, then it will load the file in the super fast speed. Okay, so these are some of the properties of put command. You can use this if you want. Okay, so my file is now uploaded, you can see this. And now let me list this. Okay, for listing, I am listing the user stage, so let me give the syntax of user stage, and after that my this file is in where, in the stage folder. Okay, and after that simply put enter. Okay, so now you can see this is my staged folder in the user stage, and I am having this file customer underscore one.csv. Okay, and you can see the time here. Okay, 1 3. Okay, this is a time which is coming according to the snowflake. Okay, snowflake location. Okay, so now you can see my file is now uploaded to the stage. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to just load this file to the tables. Okay, so let me give here as well, and let me copy this syntax from here, and let me paste this there. Okay, so it's now copied, and let me paste this here. Okay, so now you can see my file is now uploaded to the stage. Okay, and now let me upload the file, this same file, to the table stage and to the named stage as well. Okay, as I have created this table customer underscore csv, then it is obviously, as I have told you, that if you will create a table, then by default for that table, the table stage will be automatically created. You don't have to create this table stage by a table stage by your own. This is automatically created. Okay, okay, so let me upload this same file to the table stage as well. Okay, so for table stage, let me write the comment here, uploading data file to table stage. Okay, table stage, and my table stage name is customer underscore csv, because my table name is also under customer underscore csv, then my stage name will also be customer underscore csv. Table name and the stage name will be same here, because table stage is automatically created when you will create a table. Okay, so the table stage is this customer underscore csv. Okay, so now let me upload this file, same file, to that customer under that name table stage. Okay, so for that we will use the same syntax put file, and I want to upload the same file, and we have to just change here. Okay, we want to upload this in the table stage, so the syntax of table stage is %, and the stage name, so my stage name is customer underscore csv. This is my table stage name. Okay, I have created the table by this name, so this is automatically created. Okay, so the difference is you have to just make sure of this symbol %, we use for table stage. Okay, so let me execute this one. Okay, so now you will see that my this same file will upload to the table stage as well. Okay, so now you can see this is now uploaded to my table stage as well. Okay, so now let me check that this is uploaded to the stage or not. Okay, so for that list underscore and the % we use for the table stage, and now let me execute this. Okay, so now you can see this is my table stage location, and here this customer underscore one is uploaded to the table stage as well. Okay, so it is now uploaded to the user stage and the table stage as well. Okay, okay, so now let me copy this thing also, this syntax for table stage. Okay, the basic difference, it is a basic thing, the basic difference is for just a symbol only. Okay, so let me paste this here. Okay, now we will upload the file, uploading data file to named stage. Okay, we will create any stage by any name, then we will upload the file to the named stage. Okay, okay, so let me create any stage. Okay, named stage. Okay, for creating a stage, you have to simply give the for upload for creating a named stage, you have to give this syntax: create or replace stage, and let me give the name as customer stage. Okay, so I am giving the customer stage. Okay, and customer stage I have given, and let me give file format as well, because you have to specify the file format as well. Okay, and you can create a separate file format, or you can create a file format here as well. Okay, if you don't want, then you can create a file format here as well in this, and you can specify the properties of file format here only. Okay, so the type will be CSV. If you don't want, if you don't know that how to create a file format, then you can watch my video of file format. Okay, type will be CSV, and after that the field delimiter, let me give the field delimiter properties as well. Field delimiter is this is, as this is my CSV file, the comma will be there, and let me give this field optionally enclosed by, field optionally enclosed by, this is for that single quotes or double quotes. So the field optionally enclosed by, and here we will give 042 for double quotes, because there is a one row which is having a column which is having a one name which is using a this double quotes. Okay, and because I want to skip the header, because my header is column name, so we will do a skip of this. So skip header will be 1. Okay, so basically we will describe these properties only here. File format is this file format. Okay, so this is basically the syntax. Okay, so now let me execute this one. Okay, okay, so now you can see my stage area customer stage is successfully created. Okay, if you want to create a named stage, okay, so you can understand this. Okay, so user stage is by default automatically created, so we don't have to create a user stage, and table stage is by default automatically created when we create a table, so we don't have to create those things manually. We have to just upload the file there by using the put command. But for the named stage, we have to create first stage, then upload the file to the stage. Okay, so this is the basically the syntax for creating a stage. Okay, and otherwise if you don't want to specify these properties here, then let me show you that way as well. Okay, okay, so first of all let me create a file format. Okay, create or replace file, file format, and file format name will be customer underscore ff. Okay, create or replace file format, and let me give the type as well. Type equals to CSV, and after that let me give these properties. Let me copy these properties, and then you will better understand those things. Okay, okay, so I have given these things: customer underscore CSV, type, and skip header, and all those things. Okay, so now you can see my file format is now ready. Create or replace file format, and we can create a separate file format as well. Okay, and suppose that I don't want to specify these properties here. Okay, so we can give simply here this file format name customer ff. Okay, so we can give this name here. Okay, so now we can create this stage again. Okay, so you can see stage area customer underscore stage is successfully created. Or there is an optional, it is optional. Okay, you can give the properties here as well, or you can create a separate file format by any name, and you can specify the properties in that file format, and after that you can give the name of file format here. Okay, so you have option, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so this is all about the file format. Let me copy this and let me paste it here. Okay, file format. Okay, file format, and let me paste here. Okay, so this is all about the file format. Okay, so my stage named stage is now created. Okay, now we have to upload the file, the same file, to this stage as well. Uploading data file to named stage. Okay, named stage, and the stage name is customer underscore stage. This is my stage name. Okay, and this is not uploading. Here we are creating a named stage. Okay, named stage, and the named stage is customer underscore stage. Okay, so this is my stage name. Okay, so for uploading to the stage, this named stage, the syntax will be the same. Okay, so we will just give put file, and all these things will be same. And here we have to give here for named stage we use simply @ and we will give the customer underscore stage. This is my named stage name. Okay, so let me just do the enter, and now it will upload the file to this my customer underscore stage named stage, which I have created manually. Okay, so now let me list as well. List @ customer underscore stage, and enter. Okay, so now you can see this file is in our customer stage location as well. This is a customer stage location. Okay. Okay, so now let me copy this syntax here from here and let me paste there. Then you will we will summarize those things. Then you will better understand those things. Okay, so this is how we created our named stage and we have uploaded the file to the named stage as well. Okay, so now we have all those files in our stage location. Okay, so now it's time to load the data files from the stage location, from the user stage, from the table stage, and from the named stage to the Snowflake tables. Okay, okay, so now let me do the listing as well, then you will better understand. Okay, so listing from internal stages. Okay, so let me list from user stage list at the rate, and here I have created one folder of list at the rate staged. Okay, at the rate staged. Okay, so this is for user stage, and list at the rate and percentage for table stage customer underscore csv, and this is for table stage, and list at the rate, and this is for customer underscore stage. This is a named stage. Okay, this is a named stage. Okay, so now let me first execute these things, and then you will see that these files are uploaded here in the stage location. Okay, it is asking about multiple API because my this command is also running. Okay, so let me select this, and now you can see this is customer underscore one.csv.ggzip. This is available into my user stage as well, and this is also uploaded successfully to the this table stage as well, and this is also uploaded to the named stage as well. Okay, so now you can see this is available here also, customer underscore one in the our named stage. Okay, so now I have successfully uploaded files from our local machine, from here local machine, from here local machine to our stages. We have uploaded all these files to user table and named stage. Okay, so now let's move to the second step. Let's copy these, let's load these data files from stage to the specific tables. Okay, so let me type copying underscore and loading data files from stages. Okay, we will load the data from user, named, and table stages to table. We will load this data into this table which I have created, customer underscore csv, this table. Okay, customer underscore csv, I have created this table, no, customer underscore csv, and I want to load this data into this stage as well, into this table from the stages. Okay, so for copying the data, let me first copy the data from this user stage. As this is a user stage, so we will do copy, as we have uploaded the data files to the three stages, user, table, and named stage, and now we will just use the copy command. We will load the data from all these three stages. First of all, we will load the data from user stage, and after that we will load the data from table stage, and after that we will load from named stage. Okay, so first of all let me load data from table stage, not table stage, from user stage. Load data from user stage. Okay, so for loading data from a user stage, we use simply copy command, copy into, and after that I have to give the table name. Okay, my table name is this customer underscore csv. I want this name. Okay, now so we have to just simply copy this name, copy into, and we can give the database name dot schema name dot table name, but it is also okay because here I have already selected those things. Okay, so copy into customer underscore csv from I want this file from at the rate this symbol and staged. Okay, from this location. Okay, so basically this is a syntax for copying the data files from a user stage. Okay, okay, and we can give the file format as well, because here I haven't specified the file format for user stage. I have specified the format for just named table stage. Okay, we haven't created the user and table stage, that's why we have just uploaded the file, but we haven't given the file format. Okay, so let me give the file format here as well. File format equals to, and just let me copy these type properties from here, and we will give the file format properties here, file format, and we will just paste these properties here. Okay, so this is how we have done the file format. And I have told you about the file format. If you don't know about file format, then you can watch previous videos. Okay, so this is the syntax for copying, for uploading, for loading the data from the stage to the stable tables. Okay, so we are loading the data from the user stage, so we will give copy into after the table name from stage name. We are copying from user stage, so that's why we are given this symbol, and this is about the file format. Okay, so now let me execute this, and you will see that we have 100 rows here in this data file. As you can see, I have 100 rows. Then these 100 rows will be parsed and loaded successfully to the table. Okay, and you can see this is my customer underscore CSV, and it is having 0 rows. Okay, as you can see, it is showing here 0 rows and size is 0 KB. Okay, so now let me execute this thing. Okay, so now you can see the status is loaded and rows passed 100 and rows loaded 100. Okay, and first error, null, there is no error, and the rows passed 100 rows passed and 100 rows loaded successfully. Okay, you can see this is my stage location where I was having this file. Okay, and now my stage is having this file, and my data is now successfully loaded to this table from the user stage. Okay, so now let me verify this thing. Select asterisk from table name is customer underscore CSV. Okay, now let me execute this. Okay, so now you can see I have successfully loaded this 100 records here in this table. Okay, so now you can see 100 records are loaded successfully in my table. This is the same record which was having here in this dot underscore CSV file. Okay, so now you can see Malaysia is here in the second column. Here you can see Malaysia is here in the first name and in the second row. Okay, so you can see my data is now successfully loaded from a user stage, and here also you can see customer underscore CSV is having 100 rows. Earlier it was showing 0 rows only. So by this way you can load the data from the user stage to the stable location. Okay, so now let me do all those 2 steps loading as well from the table stage and from the named stage as well. Okay, so just let me copy load data from table stage. Okay, so we will do we have done about this table user stage. Now we will load the data from the table stage. Okay, so now let me copy this because the syntax will be same for here also. Okay, the basic difference is you have to just give here from at the rate, as well as it is a table stage. So for table stage we will give percentage sign, and we will give the stage name here customer underscore CSV, and rest all those things will be same. Okay, so now let me execute this thing as well. Then you will see that we have earlier 100 rows. Okay, you can see I have executed this select asterisk from customer underscore CSV, so we have 100 rows loaded. Okay, and if we will execute this command, we will load the customer underscore CSV stage data as well, and then it will show 200 rows. Okay, because data will be loaded 2 times from there also. Okay, so now you can see 100 rows passed and 100 rows loaded. Okay, so now let me copy this and let me verify that 200 rows are there or not. Okay, so now you can see we have 200 rows, 100 rows from the user stage and 100 rows from the table stage. Okay, so now we have successfully loaded data from table stage as well. Now let me load the data from the named stage. Okay, so now let me copy this instead of writing, and it will be a waste of time. So let me copy and load data from the named stage. Okay, now let me load the data from the named stage. Named stage name is customer underscore stage. Okay, and you can see this is the stage which I have created. Create or replace stage customer underscore stage. Okay, and let me copy this stage name, and you have to just paste here. Okay, for the named stage we don't have to give these at the rate percentage. We have to just simply give at the rate and the stage name customer underscore stage, and you can give the name here as well. Okay, by giving the forward slash. And suppose that you have multiple files in this named stage. Okay, suppose that I have uploaded 2-3 files in this customer stage, then how to load any specific file? So for that we will use the forward slash, and let me you can give your file name whatever you want to load. Suppose that there is 2-3 files. There is one file in this stage customer underscore 1, customer underscore 2. So suppose that I want to load the customer underscore 1, then you can give name here which file you want to load from this stage stage to the table. Okay, and here we don't have to specify this file format in the named stage, because the file format will be automatically there because when you have created a stage. Okay, so let me show you that thing. That's why I have created the file format. Okay, so here what I have done, here I have created this stage and I have given the file format properties here only. I have given these file format properties here only in the stage only, so we don't have to give the file format properties here in the copy command. Okay, so this is the difference basically. Otherwise, if you will not give in the stage, then you can give the file format properties here as well. Okay, so now let me execute this, and now you will able to see that here in this table we will be having 300 rows. Okay, so now you can see my query is running, and now you can see the status 100 rows passed and 100 rows loaded. Okay, so now let me verify this that we have 300 rows or not. Okay, so now let me execute this, and now you can see we have 300 rows. So what we have done, we have loaded 100 rows from the user stage, 100 rows from the table stage, and as well as 100 rows from the named stage. Okay, so basically this is all about the loading, that how can we load the data from the stage to the specific tables. Okay, we have loaded all those data. Okay, so now you can able to see here as a customer underscore CSV, and now we have 300 rows here in this row. Okay, so because we have done the loading to the same table from this all the stages, user, table, and named stage. Okay, and let me give you some of the key points as well. So for the user stage can be used by only specific user. Okay, suppose that I am a user, and suppose that there is a user A and there is a user B. So A user stage files cannot be seen by the B user stage, and B user stage files cannot be seen by the A user stage. So this is basically the drawback of user stage. And for suppose the and in the, suppose that you have uploaded any file to the user stage. Okay, then you can upload that file to the any of the multiple tables. You can upload the same file to the multiple tables as I have done here. Okay, but if you will upload the data file from the table stage, the table stage data files cannot be uploaded to the multiple tables. They can be uploaded into one table only, because the table stage is automatically created for every table. Okay, and for the named stage as well, named stage we can upload the named stage data files to the multiple tables. Whatever you want, you can load the same data files to any table. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, if you don't if you want a proof, then I can show you that thing also. Okay, so let me copy this data file to this CLI customer. Okay, so let me describe this table, CLI underscore customer. Okay, we will not edit here. Okay, because I have to give you these queries as well. Okay, so give me here loading data to multiple tables. Okay, multiple tables. Okay, so select asterisk from CLI customer. It is having the same metadata as we want. Okay, CLI customer. Okay, so you can see it is having 0, it is having a same metadata. Okay, so now let me copy this data files from the user stage, named stage, and table stage into this table as well. Okay, so it will load the data from user stage and named stage, because we can load the data from user stage and the named stage into multiple tables, but from the table stage we will not be able to load the data. Okay, so now let me show you the proof as well. Okay, so now let me just copy this, copy into, and let me paste here, copy into custom, and I'm not copying here in that table, I'm just copying in the CLI customer table, and I want from the user stage. So let me give the user stage name, user stage, and we will give the file format. Okay, so now it will successfully load the data, because user stages data files can be loaded to the multiple tables. Okay, so now you can see 100 rows passed and 100 rows loaded. Okay, so now let me verify you. So now you can see in this CLI customer table we have this CLI, we have executed this query. Okay, so now let me show you from here as well. So you can see this is my CLI customer and it is having 100 rows. Okay, so 100 rows is loaded from the user stage, because user stage is supporting to load the data to the multiple tables. Okay, and now let me load this data from the named stage as well, but it will not support that table stage. Okay, so user stage name is customer underscore stage. Okay, from customer underscore stage. Now let me execute this one, and now you can see 100 rows pass, 100 rows loaded, and now it will show 200 rows. Okay, so now you can see 200 rows loaded into the CLI customer. Okay, and if we will load the data file from the table stage, then it will not work, because table stage is not allowing to load the data to the multiple tables. Okay, because of that table stage is automatically created from the table. Okay, so suppose that I am copying the data into this CLI customer table from this table. Okay, then it will show the error. Okay, you can see access to the stage area of table customer underscore CSV with the schema name of another table is not allowed. Okay, as I have told you that we can't load the data from the table stage into the multiple tables. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. Okay, that we can't do the multiple tables loading into the table stage, as it is not supported in the table stage. Okay, so this is basically the difference between these three stages. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you about the loading, and this is all about the query part, that how can we load the data. So basically there are two steps. First of all, you have to upload the data from a local machine to the table stage or named stage or the user stage by using the put command. Okay, as I have used here put command. Okay, put command, and after uploading the data file to the internal stages, user named and table, you have to simply use the copy command, and you can load the data into the Snowflake specific tables. Okay, so that's all. We have two steps. Okay, and now let me just give you from there as well, and let me tell you from loading from user interface as well. Okay, so you can load the data from here as well if you don't want to do the query. Like it's a better thing, you have to just load the data from these Snowflake queries as well. Then if you are a beginner, you will understand. But let me tell you that process as well. You can do that loading from this step as well. Okay, so suppose that I have done loading into this customer underscore CSV table now. So suppose that I want to load the data into this table. So for that you have to just simply select the table, and after that you have to just simply click on the load data into the table, and after that you have to select the warehouse. After that you have to do the next, and after that you have to just select the file, which file you want to load. And here you will see some options of I will tell you later on some options. And after that I want to load this customer underscore one, and let me open this, and now you will see this is my selected. Now this file is. After that you have to simply do the next, and after that you have to select your file format. Okay, so these are some of the file formats which are available to us. So we will select customer underscore CSV FF, and after that you have to simply put next, and after that we have these loading options error. Okay, we will discuss these things in the upcoming video. It is saying that do not load any data in the file. Suppose that if there is error in this our Excel file, in this our .csv file, suppose that if there is any null column and all these type of error or column mismatch, then if you will select this option, then it will not load any data. And if you will select this option, then stop loading, rollback and return the error. If there is a column mismatch or any error in the Snowflake tables and with the data file .csv file, then it will stop loading and it will return the error. And if you will select this option, then it will not load any error data if the error executes. Suppose that there are 100 rows in my .csv file, and suppose that I have given here threshold 50, then it will just load 50 files, and if it is having any error till 50, then it will not load that data. Okay, and this is about this option. And if you will choose this option, continue loading valid data from the file, then it will load the valid data from the file. If there is some invalid data, then it will skip that file, but loading will not be stopped. Okay, so now let me load the data, and now you will see that my data will be loaded. It is now encrypted, it is staging, and you can see 100 rows passed and 100 rows loaded. So this is the way by which you can load the data from that Snowflake user interface as well. Okay, so now you will see here, there we will having 400 rows. Okay, so we have created this table customer underscore CSV. So you can see we have 400 rows here. Okay, 100 rows from user stage, 100 rows from table stage, and 100 rows from named stage, and 100 rows from Snowflake user interface loading, as we have done from UI. Okay, So you can do from here or you can do from here, but better is first, if you are a beginner, then you have to load the data files from the query part. Okay, so that's it about the loading part from the internal stages, and we will discuss, we will do some of the practical, some of the questions about this, direct loading multiple files in the one go. As we are loading simple one file, if you want to load multiple files, if you want to do column mismatch, loading special character files, okay, we will discuss all those things in some other videos. But for this that's it for today's video. And suppose that if you want to know the loading from the external stages, for external stages we have to do the storage integration of the Snowflake web UI with the Amazon AWS S3 bucket. Then that's a different thing, we will discuss all those in the external stages loading. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Meet you soon in the next very interesting tutorial. Thank you for watching this video. Bye, take care of yourself, guys.